Hey everyone, hope you're doing all well out there. Coming to you guys from LA, Los Angeles, California. Hope you're all doing good out there. Uh just to quickly recap on the last fight. Main event, it was Michelle Waterson versus Angela Hill. And I actually got that one wrong on my prediction. I did say that Angela Hill would win, but it was Michelle Waterson that won, so I got that one wrong, but I did get the other two right, where I said that Otman Azaitar would beat Kama Worthy and that Roxanne Modafferi would also win her fight. So I got two of the three fights I predicted right for the main event of UFC Fight Night, Waterson versus Hill, but yeah, I got the main event wrong, even though it was a close fight. So it wasn't like I wasn't entirely off, but Michelle Waterson looks like was able to get it done. I really thought that she really needed to get that victory because I think she was on like a 2 or 3 fight losing streak. So yeah. So Angela Hill can obviously come back and do a lot more. She has a lot of experience in the fight game and a lot of and a high fight IQ. So um yeah, they both still have a good chance to be champion, but that time is right now for them because they're both pretty old. Well, I don't want to say old, but they're in their 30s. Let me put it that way, mid 30s. So yeah. I didn't watch any of these fights, by the way, but yeah, that Ottoman guy did get the victory, and I know about Roxanne Modafferi. I've seen her fight before, and I got that one right. So yeah, she got that win as well. But let's see. Upcoming fight. It's gonna be Woodley versus Covington. Guys, let me say something real quick, okay? This thing was gonna be a main event headliner, but they're doing it as I guess as an ESPN card or something. Cause yeah, Woodley versus Covington was gonna be a main event card, and it looks like that they're not gonna be doing that. So, um, Woodley against Tyrone is, I mean, what am I saying? Woodley against Covington is definitely going to be a great fight. I made a prediction before, but I'll reiterate it here again. If it's going to be the Woodley that's going to show up that fought against Kamaru Usman, and if it's going to be the Woodley that showed up and fought against, what's his face? I'm saying this all off the top of my head, of course. Um, what's that guy's name? It is slipping my mind, so I'm not sure. Man, what was that guy's name? So, in other words, the last person that Woodley fought and lost to, he was a tough dude. I think he was like some Brazilian guy. I can't remember his name for some reason off the top of my head. And my internet went down here, but I'm gonna be able to reconnect right now. So, yeah. In other words, what I'm trying to say is, if it's gonna be the Kobe Covington that showed up and fought Kamaru Usman, and if it's gonna be the Tyrone Woodley that showed up and also fought Kamaru Usman, I'm gonna say it right now. Woodley's gonna get a one-sided ass beating, and there's no other fight that's more important for him than this fight. Because if Woodley loses this fight, think about it. He's lost every single fight ever since his title defense. So when you really think about it, I mean, what's his legacy now if he loses to Covington too? And I'm gonna be very honest. I think, in my opinion, I think Covington is gonna get the victory because if Kobe wins, he's right back to the title shot defense to fight against Kamaru Usman again. So when you really think about it, this is Woodley's, you know, make it now or lose it all fight. So he really, really needs to pull in through this one. And The main question with Woodley is he finally gonna be able to let go like he says? Because he always comes out and says, "Oh, I wasn't able to let go. I wasn't able to fight. I wasn't able to do this." We all know Tyron Woodley. He's full of a bunch of excuses. I mean, realistically, I think he has a lot of potential. I think he has a lot of capability, but I personally don't think that he doesn't put it to the best test that he can. And this is a piece of factor that, well, this is a factor that I've always talked about, and I've always mentioned that it's very important amongst fighters to determine who would be the victor. And I say that when you look at who's more hungry between Woodley and Colby Covington, I'm gonna say that Colby Covington is far more hungry than Tyron Woodley, because Tyron Woodley was hungry whenever he didn't have the belt, but ever since he got the belt, he started his rap career. He started doing some other things on TMZ, and he started doing some other stuff, we don't even know about. And in a sense, he lost track. So I say that Colby Covington is far more hungry, and there's definitely a factor to consider, because the fighter that's more hungry is going to be the fighter that's going to be more likely to win. And between these two gentlemen, I'm going to come out and say that Colby Covington is definitely far more hungry. And as he wins, he'll just be in the title shot, rankings again. Because what rankings is that realistically? It's Colby Covington versus Kamaru Usman. I mean, that was Colby's last title, that last fight in which he lost. But hey, if he beats Woodley right now, and I mean that's gonna be the fight to make again. He's gonna come out and call out Usman for a second title fight. So that's definitely going to be something to look forward to, especially if you're an MMA fan. So we'll see what happens. And I don't even know the undercard of the Woodley Covington fight, but I heard that it's a good one. I'm actually gonna look it up right now just to see if I can quickly go over it. But yeah, that fight is gonna be insane. That was gonna be a main event, so it's just gonna be a fight night, of course. It's the main event of the fight night, that is, which is gonna be this week, September 19. And yeah, guys, this is gonna be an epic one. I think this fight is either gonna go to a decision or it's gonna end quick. I feel like it's gonna go to decision, and I feel like it's gonna be a one-sided beatdown. And I feel like the Tyrone Woodley that we all wanted to see, which would be him letting go of his hands and blitzing like he usually does, I don't think we're gonna see that, honestly. I think we're gonna see Tyrone Woodley again hesitant to press forward, and in turn, I think we're gonna see Colby Covington get the victory via decision. That's my personal opinion. And just to say even more, I think Tyron Woodley's done. He's in his mid 30s. I mean, the guy's got a belt, I mean, he's proven himself. He was good at one point whenever there wasn't much of a competition. But then whenever these big guys, Kamaru Usman, Colby Covington, that guy's name I keep forgetting, Gilbert Burns or something. Oh my god, I don't know why I don't know why that guy's name is blanking out in my mind right now. But yeah, Gilbert Burns. There we go. He lost to Gilbert Burns last as well, and Gilbert Burns is very good. So when you look at all the new competition that's coming up, and when you look at Tyron Woodley, it's like you had your moment, you know what I mean? And it's fine. Everybody has their moment. Everybody has their time when it's no longer theirs, right? And they go on a losing streak, or they obviously lose the belt and then they lose the second one. That's natural and normal with everybody. Nobody remains king forever, right? That's just the law. But there's obviously certain names out there, GSP, Khabib, who are still in a sense undefeated. But yeah, I mean, guys, this is going to be a great fight, I think. It has the potential to be a great fight. It can be very boring depending on how one of the fighters approaches it, of course. But I think, considering what each fighter has to offer and where each fighter is positioned at. Here, Colby Covington is just this fight away from calling out Kamaru Usman again, whereas Tyron Woodley, on the other hand, can't really lose this fight. If Tyron Woodley loses this fight, I mean, that's what, 4 in a row? That's bad, considering you were the champion at one point. And considering you were also the champion and losing all your fights ever since, right? So, Tyron Woodley has more pressure on him to win this fight than does Colby Covington, because Colby Covington put on a phenomenal performance against Kamaru Usman. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, Kamaru Usman won, but hey, when you really look at the level that Colby Covington competed during that fight, and when you look at the level that Tyron Woodley competed during his last several fights in which he lost, I'm going to come out and say, hey, again, I'm saying the same thing. If Tyron Woodley comes out, the Tyron Woodley that he did in his last 2-3 fights in which he lost, and if it's going to be the Colby Covington that's going to show up against the Kamaru Usman fight, this is going to be a one-sided beatdown. This is going to be Colby Covington beating Tyron Woodley in a spectacular fashion and putting himself in a position to fight Kamaru Usman again for the belt. Now, Gilbert Burns is obviously waiting on the sidelines. I don't really know how the UFC plans on doing anything with that. But between these two gentlemen, I think that there has been no important fight that's been more valuable to Tyron Woodley than this one. So if Tyron Woodley loses this fight, that puts him in a very, very, very bad position, and I don't know what the UFC is going to be thinking going forward after this. So, yeah, those are my quick thoughts. Just to cover up on a few other nice fights that are going to take place on that card, guys. I still don't know how to pronounce this guy's name, but it's Shazmat Shimaev against Gerald Mearshart. That's going to be a war, guys. Shazmat Shimaev has been beating his opponents in crazy fashion. The way he's been grabbing his opponents and just carrying them across the octagon is crazy. That's something we've never seen before in terms of superiority of another fighter. So that's going to be a good one. Gerald is very talented, by the way, and he said that he's got the intention to simply hurt this guy and in no other way to, you know, go about thinking about fighting Shazmat Shimaev. So we'll see what happens in terms of that fight, because Gerald does certainly have the experience, and Shazmat certainly has the hunger, I'd say. So that's definitely going to be certainly worthy to tune into. So, and also we have good old vet Donald Cerrone against Nico Price. I predict the Cerrone win on that fight. And we got a few other good fights. I see Johnny Walker fighting in that one. Women's strawweight, Mackenzie Dern against Randa Marcos. That'll be a fun one. What else is there? The prelim looks like a bunch of new guys that are up and coming, so that's definitely worth tuning into as well. That's gonna be a lot of fun. And yeah, guys, the event is gonna be on the 19th of September, which is this month, of course, this week at 5 p.m. Pacific time. So watch it, guys. It's going to be a good one. And it looks like it's going to be on ESPN Plus. So Covington, Woodley, it's going to be a good one. This thing has been hyped up for a while. They're finally doing it. Don't miss it out, guys. Tune in. And lastly, come back, drop your comments, tell me about what you guys thought. Tell me about who you guys are gonna think right now. Drop some likes and subscribe to the channel. I have a lot of things coming up, and you guys are going to be very happy with what you're going to see. So, I'm going to catch you guys next time. Be happy, be safe out there, and continue with entertainment because it's a source of happiness. So, peace, guys. Thank you.